Hello everybody, thank you for stopping by my channel. Today I will show you easy recipe for making pierogies with potatoes. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. If you like my videos, please like, share and leave a comment below. Okay, let's get started. I'm starting by peeling potatoes and putting them in water. I use 8 potatoes, cut them in half so they cook faster, putting half a teaspoon of salt, and I will be cooking them until they are ready. I'm also gonna add 1 onion cut in half for the better taste. We'll need 300 milliliters of water, 1 teaspoon of salt, dissolve it in the water, and then we'll put it in a big bowl where we will be preparing dough. After we put water in a bowl, we'll start putting flour little by little and mixing with spatula. For the easier kneading, we will be putting dough on the table and start mixing it with our hands. Once we put the dough on the table, we'll start kneading it, and we will be kneading it for about 20 minutes until the dough is nice and soft. And when it does not stick to hands or the table, then it means it is ready. Now we will be putting it in a plastic to rest it for about 15 to 20 minutes. While the dough will be resting, we're gonna prepare onions. I will be using 3 onions and cutting them in small pieces. If you're not a big fan of onions, you can use a lot less, but I love onions, so I'm gonna use 3. But you're welcome to use 1 or 2 onions. It's gonna be to your taste. I'm gonna start by putting cooking oil in a pan, preheating it, and start frying our onions. We will be frying them until about golden color. Once it's this nice and golden color, we'll be adding about 4 tablespoons of butter after we turn off the heats. Now we will be getting our mashed potatoes that we already cooked, smashed, and putting half of the fried onions with butter in potatoes, mixing it nicely together. By this time our dough is ready. We will start making pierogies. Now the dough looks rested, soft. The dough looks really nice, soft, and does not stick to hands. I'm gonna use about 1/3 of the dough. Putting a little bit of flour on the table, and I will be start rolling the dough until it's thin. While rolling the dough, if it sticks to the table, you can put a little bit of flour. After rolling the dough thinly, we will start cutting out with the cup or anything circle you have, cutting them, and now we are ready to make our pierogies. So the way I'm making pierogies, as you see, I cut the circles first, and now I'm putting about 1 tablespoon of potatoes and closing it gently with my hands, pressing it on the edges. Make sure you close it. Everybody has their own preferences on making this, but this is my easy. While still making our pierogies, I already put it water for boiling. In water I put it 1 teaspoon of salt, and once I've finished making pierogies and the water is boiled, I can start boiling them. Once the water boils, we can start by putting about 10 pierogies at the same time, mixing it. Make sure you mix it right away once you put it, and once they boil it for 1 minute. Once they float on the top, you can just take them out, they're ready. Here we can put the fried onions with butter and mixing it together. They look really nice, really delicious. If you make the dough that does not stick to your hands, it will be really delicious and soft dough. Here I'm also making some pierogies with cheese. I'm adding 1 yolk and 2-3 tablespoons of sugar, and I'm just gonna mix it nicely until egg and sugar combine with cheese. When you will be making pierogies with cheese, do not make cheese up front, because once the sugar dissolves with cheese, it's gonna start leaking. It's not gonna be possible to make pierogies with them. So make sure whenever you have dough ready, prepare cheese right before you start making them, so it's easy to make it. Here I'm making the same process as with potatoes. I put 1 tablespoon of cheese and pressing it gently with my hands to close them. This is the same process as with potatoes. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.